Our learning target is I can describe the text structure. I know I'm successful when I can identify the structure of the text, explain the purpose of the text, give a clear example of the structure from the text. The sentence stems we'll use are the structure of blank is blank, the purpose is blank, the text says blank, the keywords are blank. We have been learning about the 5 main text structures in nonfiction writing. There is description, sequence or chronological order, cause and effect, problem and solution, compare and contrast. Now we can look back at this chart when we need to help us to describe the text structure. So I'm going to give you an example of how to complete this assignment. The first thing you need to do when you describe the text structure is read the text carefully. So you're going to think about which structure best matches this text. And you also want to think about what is the purpose of this text. Another way to say that is, why did the author write this text for us? What did the author want to tell us? And then what is the text evidence and keywords that help us to determine which structure this text is written in? And so first we'll read this text together. The Vancouver Island marmot is a kind of large rodent that lives high in the mountains of Vancouver Island in Canada. Climate change and logging have caused a large decrease in their population. Scientists believe that there are less than 100 of them left in the wild. So, which text structure is used in the paragraph? Compare and contrast, description, cause and effect, or sequence. So, at first thought, I thought it was description because I remember that description is something that describes something else from this chart. And at first glance, I thought that, um, I saw evidence of that as the island marmot saying it's a large kind of rodent that lives high in the mountains of Vancouver Island in Canada. So I thought, well, that's really describing like where the marmot lives. But I was reading on and I noticed that the author probably had a different reason, a different purpose for this text. And it really hit me in the next sentence where it said, climate change and logging have caused a large decrease in their population. And so that key word really stood out to me too, the word caused. And so I know that from the chart here that if you see that keyword cause, I know the author is telling us cause and effect. They're telling us that one event is making another event happen. And so I am going to end up going with cause and effect because I believe that the author's purpose is to tell me that the event of climate change and logging have caused the marmot to decrease in population. That seemed like really important for the author to let me know that. So I'm going to start with my sentence of the structure is from the slides. Slide 3 shows me my sentences. So you would say, the structure is cause and effect. Then I was talking about the purpose. Again, here it says cause and effect to tell us about one event making another event happen. So here, the purpose of this text is the author telling me how the event of climate change and logging causing the decrease in their population. So the author's purpose is to tell me how the events of climate change and logging have made the marmot decrease in population. So the next part is um, the text evidence. So the text says. So I'm going to go back in and say the text says. I'm just going to write that important sentence. Climate change and logging have caused a large decrease in their population. And lastly, the keyword. So remember the keywords on the chart as well. And then I know the keyword is cause. That really stood out to me as making this text cause and effect. The keyword is caused. So now it's going to be your turn to work with a partner. You're going to read the second text with your partner, and you're going to identify the structure of the text, explain the purpose of the text, give a clear example of the structure from the text.